how sometimes they take things that are supposed to be perfect and probably are, and then they make them better and ruin it for everybody? Hey, my name is Anthony. Welcome back to the Humble Horologist channel, and I'm so happy that you're here. I'm happy that you came back if you've been here before, and I'm so happy that you have subscribed and you're getting emails letting you know whenever a new video is coming. But if you've not subscribed, you're not getting those emails, well then why not? Go ahead and subscribe now, but definitely before the end of the video, or watch all the way through to at the end of the video. I don't care. Just subscribe so that we can move on up in the numbers. We're getting there close to 500 now, and it won't be long before we're at 1,000. So, and there's good things to come when that happens. But thank you for being here today, and we're going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is my Grail watch, the Tudor Black Bay Heritage, or Heritage Black Bay, Heritage Black Bay, Black Bay Heritage, whatever, 41, before Tudor ruined it. Someone asked in a comment, what do you think of the new Tudor Black Bay 41? I said, new? Actually, I had not seen the revamping, the changing, the upgrading of my beloved Grail watch. So I went to Tudor's website and decided to look around and see what I could see. They are offering a whole new lineup of watches. And sadly, one of them is a redo of my watch. You see, guys, I don't understand why people take something that is perfectly perfect and then change it. I guess it's because there are some people that have better ideas than the ones that came before them. You know, some good examples of that can be found in the automobile world. One of my favorite television shows back in the 80s when I was growing up was the show The Equalizer. The hero on the show was Robert McCall, a former British intelligence officer. He was so cool. And what was even cool almost as him was his car, his 1985 Jaguar XJ6. What an awesome, lovely, elegant sports sedan. Particularly, what was beautiful about it was just the lines and the looks and the, may I say, sexiness of the front end. The headlights, the grille, just all of the curves. I mean, it's a work of art. It's a sculpture. But then someone came along and thought they were better and smarter than the people that came before them, and they changed things into this. This is just a few years later, in the 90s. Can you tell the difference? Where's the beauty? Where's the art? Where's the elegance? It was replaced with modern headlights. Oh, what modern things can do. And if you go back even further, one of the cars that I still love and is my favorite all-time car, I guess you could say, well maybe, is a car that I had when I was a teenager. My first car, a 1967 Fastback Mustang in black. This car. Not exactly this car, but a car that looks just like this one. The one that looked like this, the one that I had, I wrecked. As a matter of fact, it looked this good and did not look that good once it went off the side of the hill and rolled several times and left me with some serious lifelong scars in the meantime. Look at how beautiful the 67 Mustang is. And then 10 years later, people came along and thought this would look better. How? They were using drugs, I think. This is not an adequate replacement, okay? This is how people came along and said, I think I can do something better, and they screwed it up. Well, back to the topic at hand, my Grail watch, the Tudor Black Bay 41. Beauty, elegance, sophistication, simplicity, no date, 41 millimeters, stainless steel, sapphire, black dial, white indices. What do we have now? This. This is a travesty. Why do I say that? Because some people think this is a great thing. Some people think this is a wonderful thing. But you know what they've done? They've taken something critical away from what it is. They took its simplicity and its elegance and turned it upside down just to change things. For instance, one thing that they took away is something that some people don't like, but I love, and that's the smiley face. As a matter of fact, if you look at the logo for this channel, The Humble Horologist, you'll see some very clear DNA of the Tudor in my logo. But now it's just straight text. Also, they did away with the black tube and the larger crown. They've shrunk the crown, taken away the tube, and thought that would be a better idea. Also, they have taken away 50 meters of water resistance. It's one thing to make things better, but to take it away? What point was that? They've changed the bracelet from an oyster-style bracelet to a Jubilee bracelet, which that's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I personally prefer the older bracelet, but I do like the new clasp, which is a T-clasp, I believe, adjustable T-clasp. It's a really good clasp. But why do they have to change the watch to put a new clasp on it? And they've also changed some things on the dial besides just the lettering. For one thing, they don't make a black dial anymore. The closest thing is a dark, dark brown with white indices, but trimmed in gold, not silver. Now it looks good for that color, but they don't have a black anymore. And if you'll notice, gone is the square or diamond shape at the end of the second hand, and it's been replaced with a generic looking, although it may look good for some people, lollipop second hand. And then lastly, I want you to notice that they changed the shape of the case. I haven't heard any other watch reviewers or seen on their channels them address this, but if you'll notice, at least in the pictures that are provided by Tudor, there is a clear difference in the angle of the case. The Tudor Black Bay 41 of yesteryear is more angled directly towards the crown, to where the bezel is within the parameters of the angle of the case. Now, in the new and the improved version, the crown actually extends beyond the lines of the case. Why? What was the point? Now, one of the things that they claim makes this a better watch is the fact that, at least in this particular watch, there is an in-house movement as opposed to the ETA that was in it, ETA, ETA. But that is an argument all to itself. How much more dependable is the Tudor going to be over the ETA? Who knows? Time will have to tell. So in answer to the original question, Anthony, what do you think of the new Black Bay 41? I don't like it. And it cost over $4,000. If I'm ever able to get it, it will probably be a gently used Tudor Black Bay 41 for $2,500 instead of $4,000. Well, I hope that you didn't mind my rant But thank you for watching. Thank you for being a fan. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for commenting, and thank you for liking. And please, if you haven't done all those things, do that, and then share this channel with somebody else that you love, or share it with somebody you hate. It's totally up to you. Just share it. And in the meantime, before we come back, remember, watches are replaceable, but time is not.